Hello! This is Ma'am Gemz of Davao City, a public school teacher at your service. Welcome again to our YouTube channel, Orange and Mother Gemz. In this tutorial video, we're gonna learn how to create our summative test or quiz, of course using Google Forms, and to send it to our students and turn off the test or the quiz manually if the time we gave them is consumed. In short, time's up na. Alright, let's start! First step, ito po yung unang gagawin natin. We will make our summative test or just a simple quiz. First thing to do is to open your laptop or PC into your Google browser. So this is it. Makikita na po natin. And we will look for this Google Apps. Andito po sa upper right beside your logo. Just click that one. You can go to your Drive or you can go to the Google form. Okay, but for me, I will use this way to do it. Google Drive, and then click New, choose down, choose Google form. Since we're gonna make a quiz or a summative test, so let's choose blank quiz. Alright, so eto na po yung makikita natin. So all we need to do first is to put the title. For example, in my case, MAPE 8 Summative Test Quarter 1. Alright? Or you can copy this one, put it here. Alright, so we will look for our test. Dapat po may na-ready na po tayo na test. So we are going to put a general instruction. Lagyan po natin. General instruction. Read all instructions before answer. Alright, so yan na po. So we will make the name of our student. So in this first part, we will make this one as the name. First name, comma, middle initial, comma, and the surname. And we will just have set it as a short answer para isulat lang ng mga bata dyan. Okay. So, required, so they need to put there to fill up this part para alam natin kung sinong nagmamay-ari ng test na ito. Okay, next is let's add this one, bottom. As you can see, may mga ano dito, familiar na tayo dito, di ba? So, add question, import question. We have add title, description, add image, add video. So, ang dami. So, add section. Next to the first name, middle initial, and surname is what po? Anong section po sila? Alam naman po natin this is for grade 8. So, what section po sila? So, they will just choose what section. I will put the 4 section, wisdom, courage, okay, and then required. Para ma-answer talaga ng part. So, that's it for that part. So, before the student will begin their summative test or quiz, dapat po nilang i-fill in itong mga part na ito. First name, middle initial, and the surname of the students. And then, they will choose what section. Okay? So, next is, let's add section. Why? Because in my case, I have 4 subjects in MAPE. So, this first section is music and education. So, copy-paste lang po ako sa quiz, sa summative ko. Copy ko lang. This is just a sample para mas madali. Okay, and then, next is, you have to add question. So, we'll just put some of questions here. For example, number 1 question for multiple choice. Copy-paste lang po tayo. Kung ready na po yung mga quiz natin, i-copy-paste lang po natin. So, for letter A, para hindi na po tayo magsikitay. Letter B. Letter C. And letter D. Okay. So, yan na po. How do we put the correct answer po, fellow teachers? Para automatic po ma-check ni Google Form kung ano po yung tamang question dito. So, all you have to do is to click the answer key. For example, the third one is the correct answer. This one. And then you put the points, 1 point, and then done. So, may isang question na po tayo. for music. Okay, for example, may 10 questions po kayo sa music. Ganyan lang po ang gagawin natin. I-set lang po natin if you wanted to have the Google form will automatically check the correct answer. I-set lang po natin ang answer key. Click this one and do not forget to put the point. Okay? And do not forget to set this one for for them not to skip the question. For example, tapos na po tayo. 10 na po yan siya. So we will add another section for my case because this is MAPE. So next to MAPE is arts. Okay? Let's go to your question. For example, true or false ang gusto natin. Copy lang po. Lagay niyo dito ang inyong instruction. Okay? Depende na po sa inyo. For example, si music, may part 2 pa po kayo dyan. May letter B pa po kayo. Aside from multiple choice, you have true or false or ibang type of question. All you have to do is to do this one. Add question. Okay? So, this one is add question for arts. Since this is true or false, so yan na po. We will put our question here. And for the choices is true. And this one, pwede siya mag-automatic po, false. Small letter na lang sila. Okay. And then, don't forget to set the required and set the answer. For example, the correct answer is false. Just click it. Put the point. Kung 5 points po yan, depende sa inyo, 2 points po yan. Okay, but for me, 1 point lang. And then done. Okay, so next, another section for physical education. Let's put the instruction. For example, multiple choice. Add question. Okay, for example, this is our question. Just paste it. Okay, and if you want to have, for example, instead of words ang choices ninyo, gusto nyo ng pictures. Pictures about power. Okay, yan, power. Okay, let's, for example, insert this. Just click it. Insert. So, ayan na po, ang option 1. Option 2, let's put another coordination. Okay, saan dito ang maganda picture ng coordination? For example, you want this. Insert. So that's it for picture or option 2. We can also put the exact words here. Option 1, the picture power, you can put coordination, you can put, and I already put the third and the fourth pictures here or illustrations for option 3, which is the strength, and option 4, flexibility. And after that, so this is another way of doing it. My fellow teachers, pictures ang choices natin. You can add words or phrases o kayo na po bahala. And don't forget to set the correct answer. So I set the power as the correct answer and I put 2 points for it and then done. And of course, don't forget to turn on the required button. And for the last part of MAPE is health education. I already put the question here. I even already set the correct answer, which is this one, ethics, and turn on the required button. So we are done with our test. We have 4 sections of our test, but if we include the name part, so we have 5. So the name section, music education, arts education, physical education, and the last one is health education. So our summative test is done. Kung gusto po nating maging personalized yung summative test natin, we can put header po by doing this. Click choose image and they have this given na mga themes, but if you have already yours na ginawa natin, we can put that one. For example, in my case, this one. And we can do this Google form will allow us to edit it. And if it is perfect, placed perfectly, so let's click done. And ayan na po. So as you can see, change po yung color, depende po kasi sa header natin. But if you like the color, kahit hindi siya orange, it's okay. So just click this one. Okay, that's red. Okay na ang ating summative test, sample summative test or quiz. So the next step, the second step that we will do is, since ready na po itong summative test natin, so we will send this one to our students. Depende po yan kung ano po yung platform ang ginagamit natin. So kailangan na po natin i-send. So click setting. So naka-set na po siya na quiz. Immediately after each, release grades immediately after each submission or later after manual review. So since nag-set po natin yun, ang ating quiz na may mga answer, na-set po natin siya with, ayan po, with specific points. Ayan po. Music with answer na siya, 1 point. Arts with answer, 1 point. PE with answer, 2 points. For example, another 2 points for health education. So all in all, we will total it. For example, dito po sa taas, makikita natin ang total points, 6 points. So for example, you have 10 in each. So times 4, that is 40. Makikita dito. So that's the time that we will send it, or we will set muna before sending it to our students, iset muna natin siya. Make this as a quiz. Ayan na po, naka-default na po siya since our Google form that we choose is a blank quiz. Okay? And then, missed question respondents can see which questions were answered incorrectly. We set natin para naman ma-review sila. Correct answer, iset natin. You can set all this setting po if tayo po mga teacher, minsan dapat one step ahead tayo sa ating mga students. We can put this one, let the students see the wrong answer, let the students see the release grades and the points. Kasi kung dapat po simultaneous po yung pag-quiz ng ating mga students. For example, lahat po sila na section, sabay po sila nag-quiz. Kasi kung per hour po ang ano ninyo, may tendency na mag-screenshot ang mga bata and then they will pass the quiz to other section. Hindi po natin yan maiwasan. So, if I were you, I will set the summative test in one day. For example, Monday, 10 to 11, all sections. So, paano po natin gagawin yun? Ganito lang po. So, yun na, iset natin and all. Hindi ko na po i-collect. And then, response, dapat one respond lang talaga. So, wag po natin siya i-restrict sa Department of Education lang na kasi may ibang bata na hindi ganun ang kanilang mga Google account under DepEd. So, i-close po natin sila para any na mga account ng bata, pwede po silang makapasok. Allow response editing, change after submitting, no. Send a copy, it is not necessary. Okay, I think we are all set. Okay na po siya. So, how are we going to send this test to our students? So, if you click this send, diba, alam na po natin, may email, via email, this one. So, ilagay lang natin. Pero for us, the easier way is the messenger. Remember po, if messenger, meaning of that, we are not, in my case, like for me, I am a non-Google Classroom user, so I will send this one to Messenger kasi may GC po ako. I-send ko po sa 4 na GC ng section ko sabay-sabay. Okay? So, I will make use of the link. Okay? And another one is the HTML, or if you have website, you can give this one. But for my case, this one. I-shorten ko lang po yung URL. Okay? So, that's it. So, I will copy. So, for example, I will send it to my other account, my personal account, para makita po natin. Paste. Okay, that's it. So, nasend ko na po, for example, sa account, sa GC ng 4 ko na sections. So, ganito po ang gagawin natin sa susunod. Huwag po natin kalimutan, my fellow teachers, before we will give the summative test, dapat po, we have to remember as teachers, we will announce the summative test at least 1 week advance. Okay? And then we will set a specific date and time. For my case, I am non-Google Classroom user, so I will send it to Messenger. That's the easiest way. So I have 4 sections. So I will send the link on the given date and time, specific time, sa kanya-kanyang GC ng 4 na section ko po. And then, if you are a Google Classroom user, just set this summative test to your Google Classroom. So, mas madali po siya. And then, meet our student or meet the students in a Google Meet, or pwede din po another way is you will just put it in a messenger, and kung gusto nyo po talaga makita sila during the summative test, you will set a Google meeting with them, and then prayer muna ho kayo, introduction, prayer. The same with messenger. Before giving the link, you will give announcement, you will say greetings, like that. And then, for example, ang time ng inyong exam is 10 a.m. So, you will start 10 a.m. So, at 9:50, magme-message na po kayo sa Messenger or sa Google Meet. You will send the link, and then you will give some instructions. And then, at 10:30, mag-i-end po yung summative test natin. So, total po is 30 minutes. So, at 10:31, so, this is the third step that we're gonna do. So, isi-set na po natin manually ang ating mga summative test or quiz. I-off na po natin manually para hindi na po maka-send ng responses or hindi na po ma-open ng mga students ang quiz natin. So, dapat lahat po sila present, lahat po sila hindi late para maka-answer po sila ng 30 minutes po talaga. How to set manually po? Punta lang po tayo sa ating responses. Ito po yun, wala pa man po nag-response, so hindi pa po natin makikita yung mga response dito. So, we will try it later. So, this part is accepting responses. So, if you click that one, so you can see not accepting responses. Message for respondent, this form is no longer accepting responses. Pag ganyan na po ang case, so meaning, if kahit na-send po natin yung link natin sa GC nila, yung mga absent, yung mga late, hindi na po nila ma-open yung quiz or summative test. Hindi na po nila ma-access kasi na manual turn off na po natin yung accepting responses. So, ayan po ang the easiest way of controlling our summative test or quiz using Google Form. So, ito po yung pinaka-basic. So, para po, tingnan po natin na, balik po natin ha, tingnan po natin yung quiz. For example, i-open. So, ito na po. So, for example, this is one of the GC, and then I already gave the instruction, I gave the link, so that your 30 minutes starts now. So, the student will open it. So, this is the perspective of the student. Ito po yung nakikita ng student. For example, ako po si student. Pwede po ilagay ni student ang kanyang any email. Pwede din po hindi na kailangan yan, but in that case, lagyan po natin kapag may asterisk, meaning of that they have to put kasi hindi po siya ma-submit pag hindi po nila i-put. First name, for example, Gemma G. Morales. For example, my section is Courage. Okay. Next. So, ayan na po ang music education. So, multiple choice, encircle the correct answer. For example, my answer is this one. Okay, next. Arts education. My answer is true. Next. Physical education. My answer is power. Next. Health education. My answer is ethics. And for example, ang students tapos na siya nag-quiz, so i-submit na po niya. Pag-submit, ayan po. Since set po natin yun doon na makita po yung view po niya kaagad automatically after answering the test or quiz, so ito po yung mangyayari. So the student can view the score, and the score is 4/6. So nakikita po ng estudyante, ayan po. Na-set po natin kanina na right after maka-take ang bata ng test or the quiz, summative test, makikita na yung mga correct answer or wrong answer na answer niya. So, in this case, pwede po ito i-screenshot ng mga bata at pwede po nila i-share sa ibang classmates or schoolmates nila. And that would lead to dishonesty and that is cheating po. So, dapat po, once again, tayong mga teachers, ahead tayo sa kanilang mag-isip. So, dapat mag-set po talaga tayo ng reminders to them. We have to be firm and let's intensify the reminders that we will give them. So, dapat bawal, for example, bawal mag-absent unless kung may valid reason, may sakit or whatever. Number 2, walang connection or what. Number 3, dapat may letter sila from their parents explaining bakit sila absent on that day. Since that we gave them already advance announcement and we will also give the announcement 1 week to the parents po para ang parents din mismo aware din po sa summative test na gagawin natin, the schedule. So, yan po. Or better yet, you set it in your quiz na hindi po makikita ng mga bata after they answer this certain summative test. Depende na po yan sa inyo teachers. So, in my case, I would like to see their wrong answers for them also to review and it's up to them na if they will use this one for cheating or what. Basta, ang sa akin lang po is na correct yung kanilang mga mali na answer, na review nila by their own, by looking at the questions. Okay? So, ayan na po. And the last one, for us teacher, how do we see the result? So, this is how we see the result. We will go back to the quiz kasi the only person na maka-open ng test is only us. For example, na-close na natin. Okay, na-close na natin siya kasi nag-quiz na yun ang mga bata. So, all we have to do is to go to our, for example, na-close na po natin ha kasi lumipas na yung 30 minutes. So, we will go to our Google Apps. We will go back here. Go back to Google Apps, go to your drive, makikita po natin dyan si quiz or si summative test. Ito po yung summative test. Just click that one and makikita po natin na may isang respond na po siya, yung i-answeran po natin. So, we will do or click that one. Ayan na po. May naka-answer na. And if you want to, nakikita po natin yung mga bar graph. Ayan. Ayan po. Okay, so this is very useful for us teachers, di ba? So, yung mga means and etc. na ginagawa na report, pinapasa natin yung mga report, makikita po natin dito. Average, median, range, yung mga ganyan. So, the questions, kung gusto nyo makita yung mga questions, pwede din po. Ayan, pwede din po tayo makabigay ng feedback sa ating mga students. So, that's it. Next is, if you want to see the individual, ng mga gi-answeran ng mga bata, pwede din po if you click the individual. Ayan po. And, eto po yung sinasabi natin na i-set natin manually para hindi na sila makagamit or maka-access sa summative test natin. It's time's up na sa kanila. Okay? Pwede din po yan siya i-set. In viewing the scores of our students and if you want to record it to your e-class record, the electronic class record, we just have to click this one, spreadsheet. Since wala pa tayo nakagawa, so we have to create pa. And, eto na po yun. So, makikita po natin ang email ng bata. Pwede po i-skip natin to kung ayaw nyo na po ng email ng mga bata. Or, kung gusto nyo, ganyan lang po. And then, we have the score here, the name here, and the questions. Ayan po, lahat-lahat. Okay? If you wanted to save this one, you can save this, click File, and then download as Excel para ma-save po natin sa ating mga laptop, sa ating mga PC. So, ayan na po. Ito na po siya. If we open that one, this is already Excel file. Okay? Nakasave na po siya sa ating laptop. Saan po natin siya makikita? Doon po sa downloaded. Andito po. Ayan po siya. Right? So, we are almost done. For example, paano po natin ma-test na close na po talaga? We already set this one. We already set this one manually. So let's try. Na-set na po natin manually, na-off na po natin yung test, yung summative test or quiz, the Google form, the link that we gave them. For example, it's already time, so hindi na nila ma-access. So let's try kung ma-access pa. So ayan po, nakalagay. So the form MAPE 8 Summative Test Quarter 1 is no longer accepting responses. Try contacting the owner of the form if you think that this is a mistake. So if you wanted to, kung hindi siya nakano kasi late siya, matagal na nagising ang bata or nagkasakit, so hindi na talaga niya ma-open. Okay? So that's it po. And that is the end of our tutorial on how to manually turn off the test or the quiz using Google Forms po. If you like the video and if you think useful po siya sa atin, please click the like button po and share this video to our colleagues upang may matutunan din po sila. Once again, this is Ma'am Gemz at your service. God bless all. Amping. Bye!